Hello, I'm going to show you how to apply your PEDI PACK. You only need 2 wraps, the 2 largest wraps, in order to do a pedicure. So the one to the left, I'm going to cut that in half, apply that to my big toe, and the larger one is going to fit on my smaller toes. So you want to make sure to size the wraps. You don't want them to be bigger than your toenails. You want them to be a little bit smaller than your toenails. Now, when I usually actually do a pedicure from a full sheet, I go down a size for my bigger toe. I actually use the 3rd wrap from the end because this one's a little bit too wide. But when I send my PEDI packs out, it's usually easier to just do the top 2 wraps. I have little toenails, so the top 2 generally seem to fit. All right, so all I'm doing here is just trimming the sides down. I squared off the edge that's going to go near my cuticle because my cuticles are square, kind of like they are on my thumbs there. So I cut or trimmed the curved end off of the base of the wrap. Okay, so just heat it up for 2 to 3 seconds and just carefully place it on your nail. And there you go. Just press. Rubber cuticle pusher is great for doing pedicures. Great, great, great. Okay, so I'm just going to heat it up one more time. I'm going to press around the sides to make sure that there's a good seal. I'll go back over it at the end of my pedicure then. All right, so this part, I sped it up a little bit. So the largest wrap, I cut it in half long ways, and that strip there is going to be used for all 4 of those little toenails. And just like I did with my big toe, I am curving the ends of the wrap and just clipping them down so that they fit on my toenails. And the more that you do this, it'll be easier for you to sort of eye it up. You'll know exactly how wide to make it. Okay. So I'm going to apply that whole strip. Do not touch the back of your wrap, okay? Because the oils on your fingers will mess up the sticky part, the back of the wrap, and it won't stay. It won't stay on your toes. So that's why I'm using tweezers and an orange stick. Kind of finagle it around. And the mini heater there, I keep pulling it in the screen. When you're doing this on your own, you'll have the mini heater right in front of you. You won't have to pick it up and heat up the wrap each time. You can just hold the wrap in front of the heater. I just am picking it up to heat the wrap up before I apply it because of the way I'm making the video. You can do this with a hairdryer too. You can just apply all the wraps, blast it with your hairdryer, press it down nice, seal the edges. All right, so you see it doesn't take a lot of time. It's really quite easy, especially once you get the hang of cutting all the cutting the sides of the wrap down. And then the last one is the pinky toe. That one can be kind of tricky because most people's pinky toes are pretty small. And let me tell you, these are perfect for pedicures. Last summer, I had mine on for, oh my gosh, over a month. And over that time, I was at the pool, with the chlorine. I was at the beach with, you know, my toes in the sand, walking on the shoreline, swimming in the ocean, and the wrap stayed on for the whole trip. I only took the wraps off at the end so that I could change my design. Pretty much every time I have a manicure or pedicure, I end up changing my wraps before they're ready, or like before they're, I don't know, starting to see some wear, because I like to change my designs every week. All right, so this part here with the toenail clippers, I'm cutting off the excess wrap so that the wrap is flush along with the edge of my nail. Now, what you can do at this point also is trim a little bit of your toenail off as you're taking the wrap off. So as I was prepping my toenails in the beginning, I didn't cut my toenails before I started this, because I knew I was going to be trimming them when I take the excess wrap off. So to prep them, you just do the same thing as you do with your fingers. You push the cuticles back, make sure they're nice and clean, wipe them off with rubbing alcohol to get rid of any oils. Okay, then at this point, I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any corners. We don't want any water sneaking up in between my toenail and the wrap and have it pop off. So we're going to do one final blast of heat, and using the rubber cuticle pusher, you can also use, I use like the edge of my tweezers sometimes, or even the orange stick, or you can use your finger. And I'm just pressing around the base, the sides, and the tip to make sure that everything is sealed properly. And that's it. So let me know how you like your PEDI PACK.